Drivers, how do you spot them? They're harder to spot.
They're on their BlackBerry?
You got to pay attention to them more than their surroundings, because their surroundings are very inconsistent. These people can be very good dressers, they can be very bad dressers. Okay? I mean, their physical appearance is all over the place. Their houses and they themselves, if they're the decision maker in the family, things just look like unfinished, sort of, you know. There's not a lot of thought put in their houses and stuff. I mean, they just look like somebody dumped their stuff or whatever. Does that make sense? You know, they're not real conscious of their physical environment. These are people that are task oriented. You can spot drivers more easily by what they say and what they don't than anything else. They have a tendency to be a little short on pleasantries. They're polite but professional, kind of like what people would refer to as acting professional or whatever. They stay focused on the task at hand. They don't ask you about your family. They don't talk about their family too much in these environments. Okay. Expressives. They have bright colors in their house. They have a tendency to use different floor coverings. They like a lot of natural light. There will be unusual, abstract, impressionistic kind of paintings in their homes. There'll be less photos, probably 2 or 3, whatever, something like that. Roger, I can't. I keep looking at you because I'm thinking. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. You know, believe it or not, not most of the time, a lot of the times these people marry each other. Okay.
I could just picture an expressive in an owl. It's so not work.
Well, opposites attract and then they drive each other nuts.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. You know, the stuff that initially in a relationship they find so charming, 3 years later, it's just irritating.
So that's why I tell my daughter to make sure that a healing list is short.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, owls should only marry owls. I mean, there should be like a law that they don't marry anybody else, okay?
My husband's not an owl.
Your husband's not an owl? Okay.
Mine is not.
Okay. What else about expressives that's important? Anything that we talked about?
Listen to them.
Listen to them. Let them entertain you. It's what they do for fun.
So basically they can do your presentation for you. You just sit there, listen to them.
Tell me a little bit about what you'd expect from a selling agent. I mean, what is it that you're kind of looking for? Because we try to be creative, we try to be unique, but what you want is most important to me. So you do an expressive.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to sit here like the most rapt audience in the world. And I'm going to wait for you to tell me all about it. And I say, that's exactly what I was thinking, as long as it's within reason. Okay? If you want to do blimps or something, with this address on the side, we might have to revamp that a little bit. But other than that, I'm going to want you to feel like there's a reason they call these people expressives.
So you don't try to run the show, you let them
Let them express themselves.
Totally, okay.
Okay? We think that buying and selling a house should be just fun. It should just be enjoyable. You can be light and breezy and that kind of thing with those people. Okay?
But for an owl to be working with that, though, that's going to be the most work for the owl to not try to get the detail, to sit back and just let them.
The biggest
gonna be
challenge.
hard.
Yeah, the biggest challenge. I'll give you the challenging relationships here. The challenging relationships are between intellectuals and expressives. Okay, they have a tendency to drive each other nuts a bit. Okay, and amiables and drivers. That's where the conflict comes in. Intellectuals do pretty well with drivers. Expressives do pretty well with amiables. And amiables do pretty well, believe it or not, with owls.
All of them.
It's not bad, you know. As long as you kind of emote a little bit as an owl, you'll be fine with them. Okay. You know, you pat the bowling trophies in the precious moments and do the kids thing and all that. You're fine. Okay. But where the clash really comes in is between people that are intellectuals and people that are expressives, mostly. Because the expressives are all over the place. You know, they have a very they make you real crazy, Sarah. Because it's the kind of buyer that will say, I know we've looked at 32 ranches, but you know, I decided on a 2-story. That'd be more fun.